Like this will be the last session on solution overview, and I'll try to cover up like whatever the possible things. Then we'll go on to the next session. We'll go on to the next things. Whatever. Today we'll just finish it off. Okay. I think from the previous session, I hope you do not have any doubts. If you have any doubts, then you can ask that after the after the session, and we can have that question answer session. Yeah.
Okay.
If you are still not able to finish that off, then you can ask offline, no problem. Like you can ask on WhatsApp or on the group. You can ask. You can start asking the questions on the group, because we have already created WhatsApp group and a Facebook group. There also you can put your questions. So that way, like it'll be easy. Like people, it'll be recorded there. So anybody comes later point, also those informations are already there. They can see that if they are in such situation, there is an answer to that situation already. So that will help. Yeah. So let's continue. I think yeah. So I as per the last session, I think I have finished this add product via upload, right? So I told like how what is GTN exemption and how to make that flat file and where to get that flat file and all those things. So like what has to be done. Now I'm just continuing to the next thing, which is promotion. So as I had said earlier, the promotion would not be here on US market. It will be here under advertising tab. So which is pretty much like similar. There is no difference as such when you go to promotion section of the promotion page. It will be more or less it will be the same kind of page. So here you have create a promotion. Under that you have free shipping, money off, buy one get one. These are the three options available in India market. There will be a fourth option which say fee uh, reduced fee. That's something is not is in beta, so it will not be that much like something we should know. But these are the three things we should know. So what is the free shipping option? Like free shipping is something if you are charging uh, for your shipping, then you can I mean waive off that shipping charge on your product. So you can say that like when they buy uh, whatever the number of units, you can waive off the free shipping charge. So that way it will be free shipping. And here you have two options, like at least this quantity or at least this amount. So what does it mean? Like when the order amount is something, let's say if you say that 1,000 rupees in terms of Indian rupees, or if it is in dollar, let's say if it is $50, you want the whole order from that customer has to be, sorry, this one has to be selected, has to be $50 or more. Then this is the option which you'll write on 50. And similarly, like what is the quantity? At least how many quantity? At least one, two, three, whatever. So usually it will not be one. If they buy two quantity or three quantity, then you can give that option saying that they can get free shipping. And what is this purchased item? Purchased item is like on what you are running the promotional activities, which is about free shipping activities, right? So that like either you can choose entire catalog. So what that means? It means that you are basically selecting all the products under your Seller Central account. So it is that catalog. Or if you want the specific wants to be selected, then you can say create a new product selection. You click on this, and now here you will pick. You have already picked. If you have already created. any product selection, you can manage those steps. If there is nothing, no selection has been created yet, then you can set product selection. So by ASIN number or SKU list, whatever way you can do it, SKU list or ASIN or browse node ID list, brand name list, advanced product selection. So I mean, these are the options, five options are there. So SKU is nothing but like you can SKU wise, then you'll have to put SKU list here on the top. Okay, one per line, and every SKU's names has to be put on here on this box, and you give your tracking ID that's for internal use and which you'll use for your tracking, and you will also implement use. And by that, like you will say, you'll submit, then it will be created. I'm just going back here, and the similar way you have ASIN, you have browser ID node, you have brand name, you have advanced selection. In advanced selection, you will be basically there will be few options given to you. Like you can here also you can add multiple thing, I believe, add another, yeah. So you can add SKU and then you can add ASIN like that. So this way. So you can create your product selection. Once you create a product selection, then you can choose to run any of these kind of promotional activities. So as I was saying about free shipping, so you will basically as once you create, you select that from drop down. There will be a selection list which you have created, and you will choose one of them, and you'll say that let's say this is one of the product selection that you'll choose, and you'll continue to continue to the next step. Okay. Here, that is what we call the about. And you'll mention your start date and end date of your promotion. And you can give your internal description and the tracking guide. Yeah. So, and here there are two types of this one. In fact, you can say none also is one type. So I can say three types of claim code, which will be one is single use. That means the code which will be generated, that code can only be used one time. Once it is used, that is expired. So that cannot be used next time. I mean, if that code is shared with somebody else, once a customer purchased through that code and he shared that code to one of his friends to use that, it will not be accepted because it has already been used. It is single use code. Whereas group is something one code which can be shared among many people, and you can use that claim code. You can share that claim code to the customer, and the customer can and use that code multiple times. Okay. You can create your own code. Means you can not create in the sense you can think of your own code. Let's say if I say free product whatever, I'll say bag uh, free shipping. And just like this free shipping. So it might not be. It doesn't mean that this code will be available for me. If when I'm thinking of myself, I'll have to check if that code is available. When you submit for the review, it may say that it is not available. So you may have to think of something else. Yeah? This code is uh, basically not unique. Unique on the Amazon website. So the same code cannot be used by other seller. So that's why it should be unique. And professional, I don't think you should need to know this. There is something important here. When you click on this, you have to see this specific checkbox. Sometime when you want to create a group code. Okay, if this is the code you want to share, and you do not want the customer to see this code on the product page, because this code you want to share them without showing that, without the customer knowing that if there is some such kind of code available, right? When this box is checked, so what will happen on your product page, this message will be displayed. If you see here, it says that free delivery on this item when when you purchase one or more qualifying item offered. This is the default message. You can change the message here, customized message, whatever we want. We can also put that. How it will look like if I come to any of the product. There should be promotion and sponsored section on the page. So there it will be showing as this message, what message I was showing. This, I think it looks like on this page there is, on this product page there is, that's the thing. Let me see what. Uh, why am I not seeing that? This is all review. This is not sponsored. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing, but what, how it will be shown. I mean, I don't know. This product are not showing up anything. Let's give a last try. Hope you must have seen this kind of thing while you purchasing the product, but you might not have noticed ever. Let's see, like if I can find that for you. Let me see this one. Okay, then, yeah. So how it will like as like this, there will be a section like promotion section where different kind of promotion. Okay, okay, yeah. This, no, don't see that. I don't see here also. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here. Yeah. See here, it says special offers and product promotions. And in this, like Amazon also promote few things. Like this promoted by Amazon. Like this, all things. There's an instant discount with HDFC credit card, debit. All these things are there, right? The similar way in Amazon.com also will be shown. And this is what you see here. This message or your customized message can be shown also here on this one of the bullet point here. Okay. Yeah. So that message can be shown, and you do not want your message to be shown, and you want to keep that hidden, this code hidden, and you want to share to the people with whom you want to share. It might be your customer, earlier customer, whom you want to sell, or you want to do some kind of Facebook advertisement without displaying the code here, right? That are the things. Or you can customize the message and you do not want to put the code, then code also will not be shown. So you have to keep that in mind if you are, I mean, running promotional activities and this box inside. So if you do not want to do, I mean, show up the message or anything, just take this, I mean, take this check uh, box check out. So it will not be shown. So any message will not be shown there, and then you can submit to the report. That's basic difference, and there is like none unless there will not be any code as such. I mean, whoever comes will get that offer. It says that get free delivery on night for this one or more qualifying items offered by discount. There is no code in that, so they can directly get that. Okay, so that is what it is. Next is let's go back here again. Money off, money off is similar to basically give some money off on as I said, at least amount that they are purchasing at least whatever the amount you specify could be like 1,000 rupees before you're selling on Amazon.in. If you're selling on Amazon.com, let's say if you say that 50, $60 exceeding, I mean, when the customer exceeds that amount, that's when that will be applied. The next thing is the quantity. At least they buy at least this quantity of item, and if they buy at least one or two, or at least, I mean, this is for every quantity. When they buy every one quantity or two quantity, that offer will be applicable. And all rest all are same. Like there is no difference. I have already told this about this. This also you have here two options like money off. There it was free shipping. Here you have amount of or percentage off. So you can give certain amount off or you can give certain percentage off on as offer as promotional. Then you can say purchased item. Mostly it will be purchased item which you will run, and you can click on this advanced more like uh, I mean you can add certain tiers again if you want to run for multiple listings. Like if you add it says at least this one, right? The next one maybe you can say this advance will change here. For amount it will be changed, and for this it is changed, and for the next one it will be different. So for let's say amount, you have this like how many. So this is basically tier. I've not never used actually this option. So, okay, anyhow, so you will probably not require this, but that's okay. So I'm just leaving off this one. Uh, so this is the product selection. So if you want to exclude any of the item, you can like I mean select your specific or the one which you want to, which you do not want to run any promotion on that specific selections, right? So that's what it says exclude if you want to exclude anything there, and you have your start date and end date and all those things. This is pretty much the same, and the group thing, single use group, and I have already I mean explained that. So let's go to the next thing, which is buy one get one. Uh, it's the same. There is only this will be only the option there. That if the customer buys one, they will get one more product, right? So you can when you select something free, I mean they get another item as a free. So that's what it means. And here also it applies, like if you want that to be some limit, then they will get on certain price of value, they'll get one free. And the same, all three of them are already explained, so it is the same thing. And it is also purchased item, and every rest all everything are same. So you understand now that how you can create a promotion, but where to use and all we'll discuss later. That how you will use and all those things. I'm not going on that detail now. That how you'll use, I mean, where you'll use, on what activities you can use promotional activities, promotional these things, right? Coupons and all. Okay, so let's go to the next part of it, which is FBA, inventory management, which is pretty important thing, and we'll finish up with campaign management. You have okay, when you initially need to create a FBA shipment plan, your inventory should be as an FBA listing product. As I had mentioned last week, that your inventory can be an FBA one or it can be one FBM one, which is nothing but like fulfilled by merchant. And that, that is, those are the two ways how the listing can be, and that has to be FBA one. So the one which you want to, uh, the one for which you want to create shipment plan. So this one, let's say this is one of the FBA segment. I mean FBA SKU or ASIN SKU, in fact, not ASIN, SKU. So that will have, when you go to the right hand side of this and you have this drop down. When you click on that, you will see send and send or replenish inventory. And when you click on this, you will basically. I think I have already explained about this a little bit. So you will, I mean, here this option will come, and in US they will not have any F- FBA's fulfillment center selection option available for you. So it will be just that that will be auto dynamically given to you, and most of the time there is a setting. Most of the time it might happen. I'll tell you about it later. Most of the time it might happen that Amazon is giving you the options of many distributed FC location address. It might not be one FC address which Amazon will give you while creating your shipping plan. Let's say if you are, I mean, you want to kind of address that you, I mean, give the option for you to all one single FC. You may dynamically choose, the system may dynamically multiple FC and give create the shipment plan, right? So that's what it may happen. But if you do not want to do that, like if you want to send, you have a setting. This setting will not be there here in this India. That's not applicable in India. So that setting will not be there. But there will be a setting for, I mean, for shipping, where you can. It will not be here actually. I don't think so. Yeah, it's not there. Like it is different here altogether. Oh, yeah, so that basically you keep in mind that default setting is always the distributor setting. But if you want to change that to single FC, you can do that. But there is again another thing, like if when you do that, Amazon will take a sorting fees when your product is reaching to their house, and they are doing the sorting, and they are probably sending the product to different FCs, and for that they will charge. So better that default option can be better. It depending on, then maybe you probably have to calculate your shipping cost. Like when you are distributing multiple FCs, if that is coming cheaper, or when you are shipping to the one FC and when Amazon is charging you some amount. So that amount is not something not very fixed. It depends again like how much they will charge depending on my case like has varied, so I'm not very sure like how much they'll charge. But I will tell you that they'll be charging some amount for some specific units. I think depending on again size, number of units and all those things, number of FCs, all those things, they'll charge. So that is something you have to keep it in mind. That's what as will be difficult for because it's not much. This doesn't matter like if you are not in India, but if you are doing in India, the selection will be there, and you will be mostly having one selection, one FC. Some sellers, some sellers may have multiple FC, but they will have GST registration on those stores if they are having that options to use. That means they are enrolled in that state. The BA enrollment they have done in that state. Okay, and so here again two type of uh, packing you can do, which is case packed or individual products pack. So individual products pack, like let's say if you have multiple types of product, if it is not a one type of product, so then you can go for individual products. Even like for same type of product also you can do it. That's also possible. It's not that you cannot do, but mostly in that kind of scenario and situation, individual products is used. And case packed is you have same type of product and you want to create multiple packs. So you can choose that as well. I mean, at that point you can choose that. And let's say if you have selected this case pack and you say continue, here you have to add your product, whichever the product you want to. I mean, not add product like one is already added. I mean, before coming over to this page, you have to come from there the stand and replenish inventory, right? So that is the only option. From there you can come to this page. But as you see, this is already added as we came from there. But if you want to still add few more onto this plan, you can still add some more SKUs onto this. Okay. So let's say if you, I mean, I think this 12 is already added. I want to add 20. This one now. I can do that if you have. But usually, as you'll be first product, you'll have only one product. So if you want capacity, yeah. Once you do that, you are mentioning this like how many. Yeah, this is also important. How many units on per case? That's something that you mention. So if your case, I mean, unit number on each case are not not equal on each of them, then you have to go for the individual option. If in this case packed case, it has to be each case should contains equal number of units inside. So let's say units per unit case is 100 and I want to send 4 cases. So it will be total of 400. Okay, this has some limit. So that's why it is, let's say 2K. Is number of cases. Okay, so probably 1 unit per case. Correct only. Something is wrong. Okay, I'll just set 10. I don't. They have. I think. Oh, okay. I think they already oversize storage. Okay, storage already they are occupying the limit. That's why it is. Basically, you see this limit here. There is oversize like standard size is this. This product is considered to be oversized. Here you see this oversize limit. So that's why it is not allowing like this product cannot be sent more than uh, 100. Whereas standard size 1000 is the limit here in India, but in US product it would be more. But you see the standard size oversize limit here. That's why it was not allowed. Now here I click on continue, and here you share your product. In the sense, you will basically uh, click on this option, choose category, and you say that if whatever the category your product falls under, it might be baby product. These are categories which are restricted type of product, so that's why you have these options to be baby products, or if it is sharp kind of like blade or knife or anything assets, then you have to select that option. If it's fragile like glass or any kind of like fragile product, then this option. Supporting fabric and all this textile and all this small, yeah, small adult product details, all those are there. And if it is a product apart from your product, then you select no prep required. Use that. But if you have a product like let's say baby product, have some guidance. So mostly we'll select no prep required. But if you're any of like if you have selected a product which is under any of these, then you get no problem. So I selected that. Then I move on to the next step. Here, this is the label which will be generated. That's nothing but called FNSQ label, which you will share with your supplier, and your supplier will basically put that label on top of your package, each unit packaging box, right? So you can either print that on your product packaging box, or you can give them, they'll print it on a kind of sticker, they'll stick onto the packaging box. That's also the way how you can do it. I can show you how it will look like when I click on this print labels for this page. Then this will be downloaded, and this PDF file you can send to your supplier. You see here, this is a kind of barcode, and this is called FNSQ ID. What is FNSQ? Fulfillment Network Stock Keeping Unit, FNSQ. Yeah, and here this, this basically a barcode you will share with your supplier. Yeah. Now you can move on to the next, which is you will basically review here. I'm not doing anything. I'll not approve here. Yeah. Once you approve the shipment, it will come over the here. Come over here, and maybe I can do that. If I do, it's not able to delete that actually. Hmm. It will be not good. Okay, so I'm just telling you, like I can show some shipment. I can probably go back. Do this. I'll go back to the existing box. I can show that. So basically, the shipment plan will be approved. Then it will be. I'll come to this shipment ID. Shipment, not shipment ID. Actually, shipment plan. Yeah. So you can prepare. After the approval, this the page will come over here, and it will look like something like this. Yeah, it might not be exactly same. In India, it is little different, which will have the option to use ATS. There also, yeah, there also you'll have the I mean delivery service selection option. So you want to do it by yourself, or you want to use Amazon's partnered shipping company, delivery company. Yeah, that also will be there. uh, yeah, so that's what you'll choose on. And now, I mean, this is basically when you select this option, it's called Amazon inbound pickup service, which is available in India. And they basically, this service is basically in India. They what they do, they are Amazon shipping up, and they'll pick the product and they'll deliver on the Amazon. So that you can schedule your shipment on top of the big, right? That's basically this one. Whereas in US it's not with the same system. Shipping labels. Yeah, this label is something package box label. The number of box which you have created. Let's say if that this is the number of box which was created for this particular shipment plan, and that was like six number of case box, and within that six number of cases, there are certain number of units are kept in and packed in, and each of them has to be labeled on top of the box. So that label is this one. So you can, when you click on this package label will be downloaded, and this also you can share with your supplier so that they can put on top of the box. And here, if I rotate this, can I rotate? Yeah, I can rotate. Yeah, you see this. It will be like shown as like what is the shipment ID, ship to address. In your case, wherever the ship to address, like it might be one ship, as I said, one FC address, or it is multiple FC address. Multiple in the sense like one box might go to one FC, or the other box may go to some other FC. So other box will have different ship to address. Yeah. So that this is one which will one, two. There should be in fact six total. You see this box, two of six. So it will be two. I mean, sorry, six number of labels which you can give it to your supplier. Yeah. So that much like that's whole about the PA segment. And here you will just see the summary. So it is not much, like you'll just see the summary of your shipment. Okay, so that's all about this shipment, like how you can create your shipment plan, and how you can give the labels to your, from where you can in fact give your labels to your suppliers. This is where the place where from where you can give the labels to your supplier. That is FNSQ label and package label as well. Okay, let's move on, which is the next thing about campaign manager. I'm not. I will probably go about this lightning deal. And Scrum content is not much, so I'll not go about that. This one is something I think I have already gone through. But I'll let it go. Let's go with this campaign manager now. This basically here you see all these tabs. When you come over here, you'll see campaigns, drafts, bulk operation, advertisement, advertising settings, and advertising reports. So the important tabs over here are campaigns, advertising settings, and reports. This bulk operation would be applicable for the sellers who have many listings. Then they would be requiring this option, but for us it is not required now. Advertising settings, you can set the billing limit. That's basically the setting what you can set for. But usually you will not do anything. But if you want to really put a limit on your daily advertising uh, limit, then you can set definitely. You, let's say if you do not want to exceed your advertisement cost, whatever might be the case, or however the advertisement is running, you should not exceed your cost, maybe $300 in a day, right? Then you can put that amount there. Yeah. Because this advertising report, I'll talk about this later. So let's go to campaign. And how do you create campaign? You will basically create here, and I'll just quickly go over the campaign creation process. Okay, so now when you click on campaign, create campaign, you will see two options here. One is sponsored product, one is sponsored brand. Okay, it was formerly known as HSA, which is headline search ad, but now it is not HSA, it is SB now. SP and SB, sponsored product and sponsored brand. Sponsored brand will be applicable for the brand registered sellers, will not be allowed. uh, so whichever whoever the seller are not registered as brand, registered with Amazon, they will not be allowed. So you see, that's why you see the option. This seller is not a brand registered seller. That's why it is not showing as continue. It is showing as enrolled your brand. So that's the difference. Yeah. So let's go for sponsored product. You'll give your campaign name. You'll give your daily budget, whatever budget you want to put for your campaign as the limit, and that will, when your ad campaign reach to that limit, your campaign will automatically paused for that day. Yeah. And here you have two targeting options, which is nothing but automatic and manual. These are the, I mean, two options which are very important to understand. I'll explain about those two things. One is automatic, is nothing but basically like when you select that option, Amazon algorithm itself will work for you. That means it will go through your list, go through your product content, and depending on your content, however it is like uh, optimized and whatever content it finds suitable, and whatever the keywords customers, relevant keywords customers are searching for, the ad will be shown up. And when you start the campaign, you should always start with auto campaign, because you do not know like what keyword to target for. I mean, you probably start two uh, campaigns. One might be manual as well. But let's talk about auto. As I was saying, like it will be, I mean, the system itself will get find the keywords for you and show the ad, show the ad to the customers. So why you should, as I said, like you should run. Why you should run? You should run because you want this. I mean, you basically gather more and more uh, keywords for your further optimization of advertisement as well as your listing. Okay, so you may find certain keyword which are performing good. You may find certain are not performing good. Knowing at the beginning which my keyword might give you good conversion, depending on the keyword which are giving you the good conversion, you will probably select those and try to optimize your listing as well as your ad campaign. Right? That's why you should run ad campaign for about a week, definitely minimum, for 2 weeks as well, depending on your. And you will, in fact, you may also end up running for longer time if your campaign is giving you good result. Yeah, so you may not say that you have to stop. You may continue also if you find that to be running good. And the manual way, I mean, you will basically select a lot of things. Let's go about creating the this one first. Sorry, I'll put a limit of like this is a Indian market, so I'm just putting a INR value. So it is more of like same thing which will be there in US market as well. There is no difference at all. Sorry, I'm not given any name. Test campaign, test auto campaign. This is the name which I'm giving. It's a launch campaign. What is that? Oh, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, so you have to give ad group name. Whatever the name, you can give the same name. That's up to you. And selection. You will basically select the product on which you want to run advertisement. So let's say if I want to run advertisement on this and this, I can run advertisement. Remember that you can run campaign on the product which has buy box, which do not have buy box, they do not have the eligibility to run campaign against them. Yeah, so that's what you have to remember. In fact, like it will not be shown as eligible, so you cannot select that. So even if you want, you cannot do that. Yeah, so the default bidding value it suggests here. So you should always like I mean not always like mostly you will be uh, go s- putting your bid value somewhere uh, higher than the premium of what is or what that the maximum that is suggested. It's 6 points, yeah. The suggested bid is 6 points, but range is this point, and you'll be mostly I mean bid value some situation because you want the product to be more 20% right? But you want the interest so that you can find more and more. But initially, for auto, probably will go higher than this because you want to bid high so that maybe short time, maybe many investments and the time put number of more that you get more search terms and you can get that keyword for your optimized. The negative keywords you will not put here at this point, you just say launch, then you launch. I'm not launching here. Like basically, I just want to way of that how it can be. Let's go back to handle. Hope and then it's becoming clear, right? If you have any doubt, then keep that with us. Or if you have to ask immediately, then maybe let's go. Let's again the sponsored product. Doing things with country. I'll tell you about this is your manual and you will select your product. Let's say select and okay. So let's talk about this here now. Keyword targeting. And this is a new feature which is recently been added up. I think just a year or just 2 days before only it was added up. And in US market, the reach might be 80 people or something. It is still in beta. So they have only released as a handle version of the still beta. So we'll talk about that. when you select keywords for targeting, this will be your and Amazon gives you based on your product listing. I try to get that keywords from the listing itself and show up the some of the listing which is relevant to your product that you may choose also from here from the list. Or if you have your own listing, sorry, own keywords, then you will put those keywords as enter keywords. Yeah. So while putting the enter keywords, you have three match type which you can choose for. Like when you are putting a keyword, it can be either a broad keyword or it can be a phrase keyword or it can be exact keyword. So let me tell you what is those three type of match. When let's say if I put grow back, okay. So if this is the keyword which I want to use as a broad, so what will happen? This grow keyword along with grow keyword, Amazon will pull up other keywords and use these two words as well along with other words and make some keyword and show up your product on for that specific keyword, right? So it will be basically, I mean, multiple kind of keywords will be generated from these two. Okay. So it doesn't have to be any order. It can be on any order actually. It can be back can be at the beginning or back can be somewhere. Let's say if this is the keyword, how it can be. I'll just give an example. Maybe like it will be fabric, grow, plant, bag, right? This can be this order, okay? Or it can be order like bag, fabric, bag, or fabric, no fabric, grow bag, no. I'll say bag. I don't know how to make it bag for fabric and okay. Any idea, guys? Go back for plants. Whatever. Like it can be anything. Any. I mean, I'm just to make you understand. You probably understand, right? So
Yes, sir.
yeah, it might be bags for grow plants or I mean the order will not be in any way. So it can be on any form of order when you select broad. But when it is match or sorry, the match type is phrase, then it is like when if you say grow bag, then this specific grow bag keyword will be intact. There will not be any order change. It has to be only grow bag. So anything which the any other word which may come up, which may be a prefix to it or which may be a suffix to it, or it might be both prefix and suffix. Like I can say fabric grow back as the example what I was giving earlier. Fabric grow back or plants. Okay? And keep in mind like this grow back in terms of changing to the singular to plural, it can do. Like even if you have not selected as plural, it will make it as plural if it is required to. Yeah? So algorithm can do that by itself. So you do not have to choose as grow bag one keyword and the next keyword as grow bags. You can choose like I mean there will not be any this thing, but algorithm can also do it for you. I mean you do not have to specifically put a plural format and form of it and put that in a separate keyword. And what is exact match? Exact match is like if I say my keyword is grow back, so it has to be grow back. For that specific keyword only my ad will be shown up. Okay, nothing for nothing else. It can be plural form. It is not that it has to be only singular. If you mention singular, doesn't mean that it has to be singular. It can be plural form. That much change it can do, but not beyond that. So it has to be grow bag or grow bags or grows bag or grows bags, like that. It can do. Hope it is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Chalpati, we cannot hear. Chalpati, it's clear. You can say yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah. So then you can add that keyword here. Say add keywords. Then it will be coming over here. A negative phrase, you may not choose anything now, but what is this negative phrase? Let me tell you about that as well. So you have two types of here selections. There is no broad here. You have only phrase and exact or negative terms. So negative terms are the keyword which you do not want your ad to be shown for those specific keywords, right? So that is the negative term. So then in that case, you can choose either the exact keyword or which you do not want the product ad to be shown up, or the phrase. When you say phrase, that means if it is probably jute bag. So if, if my product is a fabric one, I do not want to show jute as the phrase anywhere, because if it is jute, then that means the customer is not looking for my product. So the customer is looking for jute bag, right? In that case, I want the jute ad to be excluded on my campaign. So that's where the negative keyword becomes. Okay? So you will basically understand that like by your spend and by your impression, by your clicks and all those things. When you go on to add report, understand that based on that you will take the keywords which could be. I mean, you will basically take the decision based on all those parameters, and you say that whether you want to put that as your negative keyword at this point, or you want to wait for some more time and see if that is still spending money for you or it is making anything that keyword. Okay? Based on that, you can take all and you can optimize. So creating campaign is something will be your ongoing process. I think weekly once you have to definitely have a look and optimize it, or maybe like uh, weekly once is better, or if you can do in a 3 days gap also it might be okay, but weekly once you'll have some data to optimize it. But if you see that your, I mean, campaign is really taking a lot of money, yes, you need, I mean, your campaign needs definitely some attention, so you have to definitely look onto the campaign and try to see which keyword is taking more money and all, then you try to optimize based on that, right? So
Mm,
that's
yes.
that's that's all about this campaign. I think we'll talk about this on more detail on the search term, which is nothing but the campaign reports. Okay, let me quickly talk about that as well. I mean, I'll not go on detail now. I'll go on detail on campaign optimization, how we'll do all those things. We'll have a separate session for this altogether. Uh,
Okay.
what way you should run campaign and all those things. But this is just to let you know that like how to create campaign and all those things, and understanding of this phrase map and all those phrase match, broad match, and exact match keyword. Yeah. So okay. So here you have advertisement report, advertising reports. You have three. I mean, these different types of report which you can generate. Mostly generate the report which is nothing but search term. Search term reports will give you the keyword ideas. Okay, that will help you to understand how your ad is performing. Okay, so let me download quickly one. I mean, I can just, these all are already, I mean, generated as the report, and it will be stored here as an historical information, so you can download at any point in time in future. uh, so let me open this. This will be an Excel file. uh, okay, so here you have like yeah, you see this, all these campaign names should be here, or your ad group name, your targeting. When you see star, it means that it is a auto campaign. Okay, when it is auto, your match type will be usually broad. Usually in the sense it is broad, but usually it is broad. Yeah, and you see your impression here and click CPR. I think okay, I'll explain you about this. CPC spend all this column. I'll just explain you so that you get some idea about the columns first. Then we'll understand the other things. Okay. We have the start date and date of the campaign. End date is we are not usually will not put any end date because campaign is pretty much in our control and we can stop it at any point in time. So usually will not put any kind of while creating this campaign. If you know that, right? That is while creating the campaign will have that option. Okay. So coming to this thing, you have the campaign name and you have all this, but these are not. I mean, if you want to sort it by or you want to see specific campaign, then you filter it and you just drop down, you can drop down and you choose the one which you want to see. So you can do it. I'm not doing it now. And here you will see that this customer search term column is nothing but the term which is used by customers, and for that term your ad is shown up, right? On this case it is 10-inch nursery pots. For that keyword, that search term, customer search term, the product was shown up as ad. And how many impression that keyword has got? Three impression out of three, one click. And the CTR. CTR is basically the percentage of your impression to click. Okay. So this is basically like 33%. As you see, it is I mean one click out of three. So that's why it is one third of your impression, right? So that's why it
Yes,
is 33%. And the CPC cost, like how much you spent for each click. The CPC is nothing but cost per click. So that's basically each click. Okay. And the total spend what you spent for that. I mean, that many number of clicks. It might be here it is not. It's seven. What is it? Seven clicks. Yeah, seven clicks here. And each click is like 5.4 and you spent this much. So you the spend column, you have this total sales. So what is the sales you make for that? If you made any sales or if you not made any sales. And what is the A cost? What is A cost? Total advertising cost of sales, cost of sales basically. So what does that means? Like percentage between your this one and spend and your I mean sales. Yeah. So that's the percentage in the sense like how do you find this percentage? You basically it is yeah, so it is spent. If I go and calculate and by spending 50 rupees I make this much. So about yeah, so this is the percentage, right? This is the calculation. Correct? Yeah. So usually the lesser percentage that means your card is performing better. When it goes to higher percentage, more than the software, you definitely have to listen to your advertisement and in that specific keyword and try to take a decision whether to allow that keyword to show up for advertisement or you want to put that as a negative or you want your keyword on the advertisement. on the campaign itself. Right? And this number you will decide based on your profit, how much you want to spend on each, uh, I mean, on as your A cost value for your product. What is this will be your return. This is not more of like you want to decide how much return you got and all those stuff. These all columns will not be using more. Oh, yeah. Okay. Fine. So that much. Like we'll talk about this
Sir,
again.
I have just one question
Yeah.
relating to this report.
Mm-hmm.
In that customer search term,
Mm-hmm.
we also see that the customer has searched for the ASIN number,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and its impressions are
Yes.
more than comparatively to the normal search term. What does that indicate?
That indicates like this. Whenever I mean, this is basically a kind of thing. I mean, which is not. I don't know. This is something I have also raised the flag to Amazon saying that why this has been charged. But what this means, whenever the customer comes to this ASIN, I can go on this ASIN and show this ASIN number. Okay,
Okay,
yeah. So if I want to show, if I just put that ASIN number here, you see this is the product where the customer has come. When the customer comes onto this page, somewhere on this page, not somewhere, you see this sponsored product ads are showing up here, right? You see that?
right.
So customer might have I mean clicked on by coming to this product page and clicked on our on the product on our product in fact, right?
Okay,
So that's when I mean that product is getting that many impressions. At the same time, our advertisement also is showing up here in this section, sponsored ad area. And when the customer clicks on, then obviously they are charging for that click. Okay.
okay,
Yeah. So you see that here. Yeah. So 629 impressions that has got. I mean, the product has got. Out of that 600, three clicks also have come. So for that, those three clicks, Amazon has charged. But that converts or doesn't convert, it again will depend. Mostly, it may not convert because it might not be a related product. If it is not related product, if the customer was not looking for the product which is a bag, then obviously they may not buy. If you see here, it is not a related product. It's a pit, cocoa pit powder. Yeah, it is to an extent it related. It is something required for the plantation, but it is not a bag, exact bag, right? Or not a pot for the plant to put on. So that's where like it is different. So it might not be converting well, but unfortunately it will be charged. So nothing can be done for that. Even if you put that on the negative keyword, it will not make any this thing. I mean, it will not work out. So that's something. Nothing can be done now for this. So that's what I, in fact, raised flag to Amazon saying that why this thing cannot be taken care of. But they do not have such. I mean, their algorithm is not able to do something like that. I think maybe if they remove that product sponsored section, maybe like it will not, it will be gone. But they do not want to do that because they will be losing out a lot of these things, right? Sales.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's all about. I think I'll go again on campaign much detail when we are talking about this optimization, campaign optimization. But now you know what all types of campaign you can create and what are the types of keywords. You know that. Yeah.
Right, sir.
So that's all about I think today. And if we have, I don't think anything is left out. Yeah, there are few more things like the payments and business report is one thing which you need to know. And settings, there will be some minimal setting which you should know about. Yeah. Okay. Mm, Fine then. So anything, any questions? Chandra?
Uh, Chandra, I think we lost him. His
Oh, we lost.
connection.
Oh, okay. Chalpati, no. Okay, you do not have any. Okay, he doesn't have any question. Vijay, you have anything?
No, not at the moment, sir.
Okay, no problem. I think when you Chandra was lost, I mean, as I was not seeing here
Just now, 2 minutes ago.
2 minutes ago. Okay, so he was there, right? He's been there throughout the session,
Throughout
all.
the session, right, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. I think if no questions, then all fine. So we'll discuss on the next sessions, and we'll most probably will go about. I think it was supposed to be supplier selection, supplier communication. I think we have covered up. Chalpati for Chalpati. I'll just have a separate discussion with Chandra and Chalpati and understand where they are, and accordingly
Right.
I'll come up with the next session what I'm going to cover. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And any call from that guy, Mr.
Yeah.
Yatin?
So Yatin is. I think let me stop.